Success brought to you by these products. Scent Assassin. Stay undetected. Horny deer scents. From the bladder to the bottle.
We don't run from stones, we ride them down with a fist full of callus and a spine full of sound. We skin our deer and clean our guns, raise hell at night and we rise with the sun. Ain't no bloodline bred for fear, we make moonshine and shift that gear. Try to tame us, we'll break your fence. You can't kill roots this deep in the fan. 'Cause country blood don't break. We've been, we bruised, but we never fake. We grow out where the world can't take, and we howl louder every time they hate. You can cut us down, but we'll regrow like red dirt roses through the snow. We were born to stand, not bend or shake. 'Cause country blood don't break.
Let's jump right into Joe's hunt. This is the opening weekend of firearm season in Delaware. We had pretty much hit peak rut by the first weekend. Deer were moving everywhere throughout Joe's hunt. Nice encounter with a young buck. We'll see you in about 2 years, little buddy. After watching multiple younger bucks, Joe saw glimpses of a much larger buck moving through the hollies. He didn't get very many clear shots at it. Eventually, it made its final mistake and stepped out into the open.
Alright, so this morning, me and Bo were hunting, and I had a buck chasing a doe all through the woods, and it was super silent this morning, so you could hear everything. And the buck was chasing a doe back and forth across the whole farm, sounded like, and he had pushed off and made his way over to Bo, and then I had sent Bo a message telling him to get ready, and then next thing I know, I hear another buck coming, and this was him. He came to me and didn't give me many views for the camera, but finally he did stop in an opening, gave me a nice shot. I just know that when he came through, his points were sticking up like a picket fence, man. It was just everything you asked for when you're looking for a deer. That's about all I got to say about that.
We got all the photos and videos wrapped up. Joe and I wanted to go ahead and score the deer. Boone and Crockett actually has a scoring calculator on their website. Novice guys, if you don't know how to score a buck, or you don't want to jot it down on paper, it literally lets you input value by value until you get the total score. This buck came in at 132 and 6/8. Joe had multiple pictures of this buck on trail cam during the early season. He sure does look like he has a picket fence on top of his head. Congrats, brother, he's a hammer. Speaking of deer and trail cam photos, we had multiple pictures of this buck during the early season while he was still in velvet. We never once got one hard-horde photo. It appeared that he had left the property. Robert was, however, able to harvest this buck. There was no video. He wasn't even settled into his tree yet. The deer was crossing at about 130 yards through some hollies, heading towards the neighboring property. He had to make a decision quick. Man, the excitement that comes over you in a decision like that, that's what it's all about, and that feeling is why we do this. It's amazing how the rut can bring deer back onto your property that you hadn't seen in months. There's been a trend going around on social media that I agree with. We all have to remember, we are the first person to ever touch this animal. God placed these animals here for us to hunt. Your trophy is his sacrifice.